Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are checking out Kotoka Torahime covering Show by Ado. Now, I'm excited to get into this. A few of you recommended that I check this out, so we're here to check it out. Let's hit play in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Nice. Nice low voice there. Okay. Nice. She's replicating that. I can't do it, but the way that Ado kind of like re-emphasizes her syllables there. That was I like how she re-emulated there. I don't know how Ado does that. It's just like she like pulls her voice into the back of her throat and then like re-emphasizes the syllable, or I suppose the coming syllable, which is I love that. Nice. I like how she's playing around with her voice. Nice. That was clean. She added the rasp in, and then she was immediately able to switch it off, get into that big projection for the head voice there. That was clean. That was really clean. Alright, having the synth match here. Nice. 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 I like that. I like the instrumentation cut out there. And then that was a very clean reintroduction as well. That was very smooth right there. Nice, and I like the percussive match there. The instrumentation is great, and you know, you can tell it's replicating the original, but these vocals are actually insane. Like the replication of Ado's ability to just completely change her vocal demeanor. I mean, Kotoka is doing an awesome job of that here. She's showing off that she has that control over her voice. She's constricting her throat really well, getting those that nasal quality into her voice. And then immediately, like on a moment's notice, able to switch back into that abdominal voice, get a little breathy, get raspy, add that intensity in. It's very, very clean. I'm really, really, really appreciating all these different demeanors we're getting from Kotoka here. That's a lot of reverb. There does not need to be that much reverb. I don't remember how much was in the original, but I don't think it was that much reverb. That's a lot of reverb right there. Nice. Nice. Very clean, very clean. That was really nice. I like the abdominal immediate switch up into the nasally, almost like screechy, shrill voice. That shrill demeanor in the voice there. That was a very clean transition there. Nice. Nice rasp. Nice. A lot of reverb though. I don't remember there being this much reverb, but it's clean. Okay, we gotta go back. We gotta go back to that. I gotta re-listen to that. Again. I like the percussive. very good breath control there. Nice, and I like the bass tone matching that as well. That was clean. Nice. Can we get a big belt here? No. Oh, alright, alright, alright. We're building up, got the synth rise. Alright. So it was a little different from Ado Scream there. You could tell Ado definitely did that a little differently, though she did it very harsher. Usually Ado Screams can be pretty controlled, though she does like to throw in those like vocal cracks and stuff. Here, Kotoka is did a pretty good job of like switching that up with that while still keeping the consistency of the original composition there. So we still have that intensity, we still have that rasp, the high velocity of that moment, right? When the scream, we still have that synth build up, though there was a little less impact, I think, because the scream in a show, from what I remember, Ado adds like almost like a re-emphasis into that scream. Like she goes all in for just a little moment, and then we go into the next segment. So I would have liked a little more intensity from that, but also that's tough. Screaming is tough. Like, yeah, I could not do like you have to be very conscientious of how much strain you're putting on your throat, and I think that was a very, very safe amount to still get that intensity, still get that rasp, but not risk not being able to stream for like another 2 weeks because you blew your voice out trying to do a scream in a cover. So a very safe scream, well, not a very safe scream, but a very, a very solid scream. It was a very solid scream for that moment there. Yeah, it was more for rasp than a really like all-out scream. Okay, nice. Nice. I like that. We kind of re-emphasized that because before, we had that rasp and for that sustain there. That wasn't like a complete scream, but then we re-emphasized that by popping our voice out, getting another rasp in, and then jumping up high, constricting our throat there to add that re-emphasis, to add that intensity in. And I may also need to go check the original show from Ado to see how exactly that differed right there. But I like this cover. I like the way that was handled there. I love all the work Kotoka is doing here, but there are some odd mix choices, especially like right there. Nice. All right. Very solid showing from Kotoka. I think now this is a cover where you could tell the vocalist steals the show. Well, the vocalist steals the show, right? That was some awesome work from Kotoka there. I loved the work she showed there because it's Ado covering a vocalist like Ado is a heavy task. It's hard to emulate a lot of the things Ado does. She does so many demeanor switch ups, and she has such an incredible control over her voice, and she pushes it to the limit. Like she has some insane rasp, insane screams, just insane vocal work all around. And so seeing Kotoka being able to emulate that and still make the cover her own, she didn't just copy Ado. She made her own take on Ado's song. She had her own spin to things, and so I really like how, especially that moment right there where we had the re-emphasized vocal constriction, shoot up high. I need to listen to the original to see how exactly that compares right there, but. Right there. I like that. and I need to listen to the original to compare. But I will say, you know, as much as I love the vocals and I love this cover as a whole, there were some odd mix choices, and even with the original, you know, it wasn't like I absolutely loved every single mix choice. But you know, overall, I think the original still had an awesome mix for Ado Show. But I will say the reverb, I think I mentioned it a couple times. The reverb could get a little overwhelming sometimes, like even at the end right here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right there. Like for moments like that, I think the emulated horns we got there, I think that should definitely be a little higher than the reverb effect of the ambience of the entire instrumentation. Obviously, you want the claps to be intense. You want the claps to be there, especially when they're saying clap, clap, clap. But you know, there doesn't need to be that much reverb and that much digital effect on it, because it gets a little chaotic in the mix. It's a little too much. But you know, those are some little pet peeves, some little nitpicks. But I will say there was also a few points where I thought they were a little too, or at least the mix was a little too generous with its application of like the megaphone effect and stuff. Because there were some points where I was like, this is a little distasteful, because it's just a little too overbearing with the digital effect on the vocals. The vocals here were amazing. But you know, and if you've been watching my videos, you already know my take on, you know, things like suppression and distortion on vocals. But especially for some of the like distortion effects and the megaphone effects here, I think there was way too much. It did not need to be that intense. Same with the reverb effects. It almost like, for the most part, just the entire digital effects on the vocals just need to take a little bit, just a tiny step back, and it would be fine. You know, it doesn't need to go all in to still have a solid and beneficial effect to the entirety of the mix. Just a small effect, a small dosage of those digital effects on the vocals will, in my opinion at least, have a much more effective touch to the mix, because it doesn't obscure what the vocalist is doing. It doesn't cloud the listener's ears when they're trying to pick out different parts of the mix. So yeah, you know, that's my overall verdict on this cover. But I really enjoyed it. I think Kotoka did an incredible job. This has to be, at least from what I've heard from her, this has to be her best cover. But yeah, I haven't checked out all of Kotoka's stuff, so I will have to get on that. But from what I've heard from her, this is definitely my favorite of her work. So yeah, thank you very much for recommending this to me, letting me know that this came out. And thank you very much for watching. As always, feel free to recommend more things for me to check out in the comments below. Aside from that, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much.